So this is Barbie Supermodel. It's not Barbie. It's not Barbie Vacation Adventure, which we'll look at later. This is a Barbie Supermodel. Now, this is a video game which came out in 1993 on the Sega Genesis system. That's right, Genesis, because it only came out in North America. But it also came out for the Super Nintendo and for computers. This is also a DOS video game, very interestingly. After I beat the game, I actually very much want to check those versions out. So I'm gonna make a post-it of it. But I also trust somebody in chat will remind me not only to check the manual after I'm done with the lore, hopefully. But I'll look at that, sweet post-it. But also to check the other versions of the game, Super Nintendo and DOS versions. We'll do that. Now, believe it or not, this is a video game categorized under the genre of action over at Moby Games. The gameplay header says arcade managerial business simulation, so we're in for a good time gameplay wise for sure. But who is Barbie? Who is Barbie? Everybody's wondering who Barbie is, right? Now, Barbie is the most popular doll on planet Earth. And it's originally and still is manufactured by Mattel. Also used to produce video game system. Anybody ever had a video game system by Mattel? If you had, chances are it was one of the best consoles of all times, which is the Intellivision. You thought this was all about dolls? Nope, it's all about the video games. Or is it? Is it? Now let's take a look at the various Mattel systems that they put out, because I found them to be all interesting in a different way. Like, this is the earliest one as far as I know. It's called Auto Race. It's a handheld, but it doesn't have a fancy display or anything like that. You can see in the box how it works on the right. It's got those controls, and that's the display basically on the right. So it's a little racing game. This came out in 1976. It's the first entirely digital handheld. The first entirely digital handheld had no moving parts other than the controls. And he had a lot of Russian clones, apparently, which is also pretty dank if you think about it. Okay. Now, next up, after Auto Race 1976 came this one in 1981, the Children's Discovery System, a computerized system that makes learning fun. Here's another picture of it. Hey, this is a better one. Learning fun. Now, this educational system with typing, music, and art mode has very long startup times and have very small screen resolution. Very small screen, as you can see. It looks way bigger in the advertisement than it actually is. It's more realistic if you look at this picture, right? This had less than 20 so-called learning modules, which were the releases, the software, the game, so to speak. Less than 20 that composed the entirety of its library, and this was vastly criticized. It's got one of those membrane keyboards, as you can see. Moving on. We did not actually go in chronological order, did we? Because what I'm about to present you actually came out in 1979, and is the second most popular thing featured in this stream, other than Barbie. It's more popular than me. This is the Intellivision. You've seen me play Intellivision games more than once, even so some of those in Nintendo Marathon, but this was one of the most influential video game systems of all times, and it was a protagonist of the first console wars, because the Intellivision competed fiercely with the Atari 2600 throughout the first half of the 80s. Millions of units were sold. Millions. The Intellivision is an amazing system, in my opinion. It featured a characteristic controller, which I'm trying to show you there in the picture. Let's put this one. Now, the way this is really fancy, because it's not only the controls, like it's akin to a TV remote, where the bottom circular object is a 16-way directional pad. I think it's 16-way, I can't count. And the 12 buttons perform different actions depending on the game. Now, to get along with a challenging number of buttons, video games came with overlays, as you can see, that you had to apply on top of the controller. Most of those were particularly fascinating, as they had mostly some kind of artwork that came with them. Hey Maloney, hey Jay. Hey, I'm a blonde babe, come on. Jay. Hey, the television is good, alright? Yeah, the controller was kind of ridiculous to be quite fair. I don't think the Amiga is gonna have a touchpad. It's gonna retain the wonky D-pad though. Now the Intellivision, which stands for intelligent television, had various peripherals and reissues. There was the Intellivision 2, 3, and so forth. But we'll just mention one quickly. It's the Intellivoice. The Intellivoice was introduced in 1982. This voice synthesis module was basically a speech synthesizer which worked with the following handful of video games. It was B-70 Bomber, Bomb Squad, Space Paradise, Tron Solar Sailor, which is a Tron game I haven't tried on the television. Only tried one, in fact. Deadly Discs, and World Series Major League Baseball, which is kind of the oddball in those because you needed another system. And anyway, these games wouldn't work at all without the Intellivoice voice synthesis module. Now, after the 1982 $100 million profit that they made, in 1983, Mattel Electronics, so 1 year later, the big success, they had a hard time between the market crash and the competition, such as the Atari 52,000, the 5200, sorry, the times are moving on, the ColecoVision, and a general flood of the market. Even the home computers, such as the Commodore 64, dropped their prices to compete with consoles. That year, they lost nearly $300 million, steadily leading to laying off the whole programming staff in 1984. Well, after it was said, okay, now Mattel Electronics is going to be a software house because you're losing so much money, and then little by little, all of it was gone. But Intellivision legacy was not to die out, though, as it was later seen through Intellivision Incorporated and INTV Corporation, which we're not going to go in detail with. We're just going to keep it brief and old school. And most importantly, irrelevant nowadays, we have to mention, due October the 10th, 2020, this next October, guys, the Intellivision Amico. Intellivision Amico is going to release under the new CEO, which rhymes, Tommy Tallarico, as you can see on the right, of course, which you might know for some Mega Drive soundtrack. So Mega Drive soundtracks, of course. He is a musician. He was a video game composer, among other things, and is now the CEO of the new wave that is the Intellivision brand, basically, after the passing of Intellivision man. What do you guys think about this picture? There's a lot of picture of Tommy Tallarico. I've never seen this one. It's pretty good, with real Stallone on the right. Extremely real Stallone on the right. Hey, Morricane. All right, moving on with the systems put out by Mattel. Right, there was the Aquarius. It was the Aquarius in 1983. Now, this was a computer. This wasn't a console. It's a computer running on a Zilog Z80 processor, which is the same that acts as a core processor in the Mega Drive, which mainly handles the sound, together with the Motorola 68000, which doesn't handle the sound. I phrased that wrongly, but you get the idea. The Aquarius was designed by Radofin, which is the same Hong Kong manufacturer that Mattel had worked with for the Intellivision. This came out in 1983. Had like 2 licensed softwares, one of them which was Chess. Pretty interesting. Now we're moving on way forward because we're moving on to 2000 when the Pixter came out. This is called a Mattel Pixter. This is a handheld drawing toy with a touchscreen. Supposedly it is the first of its kind for whatever that might be worth. Not much. The system was invented by Recco. It was marketed though under Mattel's Fisher-Price brand until 2007, so it had quite a long run. Had it not, that was 7 years. Oh, that's interesting. So drivers for the Mega Drive, a lot of them use the 68,000 processor instead of the Z80 because the Z80 is crippled. Yeah, the Mega Drive has got basically two processors in it. The Motorola, which is fancy, and the Zilog Z80, which was already still like an evergreen, as you can see, it's been used in computers and consoles for ages. Hey, Mazunaga, what's going on? Will it release though, Hoffman? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I've been following that up close. The Intellivision Amico is going to release, of course. It's not Vaporwave. It's a big project with small pretenses. I pre-ordered mine. I pre-ordered my Amico and I'm really excited about it. I'm not lying. I'm not like exaggerating. I'm excited to play Amico local co-op with friends. That's all I wanted for. Mattel's biggest profit in the 80s were in the He-Man action figures. That's really cool piece of lore there, Malone. I gotta keep playing the Masters of the Universe Intellivision video game. I gotta get some more high score attempts for that. The game is awesome. Holy shit. Some of them do, yeah. The Z80 is better to use since it's dedicated to sound and thus doesn't take away from game logic cycles, but it's harder to use, well, because it's kind of fucked up. I see. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, most drivers use a Z80 on Mega Drive. Some use a 68,000. Yeah, I mean, even the first, even the Sega drivers. Now that you mentioned that, I do remember the Sega drivers, the Sega sound engines for the Mega Drive. The main Sega sound engine, which was started by Bo. Everybody remember Tokuhiko Wabu, composer for Phantasy Star 1 and 2. The man that single-handedly pulled all the audio output from the Sega consoles between the SG-1000, which is the first Sega console era, and the Master System era. Basically, was working on 6 games at a time, non-stop. It was crazy. Him and Hiroshi Kubota put together the sound driver, which is known as the SMPS, which almost 200 Mega Drive titles used, even much later, because it was reiterated so much that the first editions used the Z80 coprocessor, the Zilog one, while the later ones they used the Motorola X68, the Motorola 68,000. X68,000 is the Sharp system, the computer, of course. Thanks for pulling that out of the hat trap. Yeah. Hey, Shrapnel, what's going on? Anyway, this is the Pigster. It came out in 2000 and was discontinued in 2007, which is not a bad run at all. You know what is a bad run? A system that is also discontinued in 2007, but came out in 2006. This is known as one of the worst video game systems of all times. This is a console called the Hyperscan. This was the only home system that Mattel put out together with Intellivision, I think, because the other count as computers. You can look up what some of the gameplay for these games. They don't look too shit, but it's mostly about holy shit. What is this? This is a very low res picture. I don't think it deserves much more, but let's not hate on it. Let's try to think what is cool about this. Now this came out in 2006. This is a Hyperscan. It was discontinued in 2007. The system featured game packs as releases, like the progenitor of booster packs in modern microtransaction games. These game packs included, along with the game's software in CD format, of course, we're talking 2006, they included generally 6 cards to be used within the video game through scanning. Generally 6. The Spider-Man game came with 7. And then you would buy more game packs or booster packs. Basically, a video game system with sticker album mechanics. That's pretty cool if you think about it. It's probably shit to experience because then you have to buy more packs to try and get what you want, or you have to trade with your friends to get what you need to like unlock stuff, I'm supposing. But the concept is interesting, just to mention. Hey, there's a video game system that had sticker album mechanics without sticking them. You just stick them up your ass because you end up with so many cards you don't need. But you would scan those, and that's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Now, 5 titles were released for this. 5 titles, guys, video game console. Ben 10, Interstellar Wrestling League. That's harder to pronounce than I thought. Marvel Heroes, Spider-Man, and X-Men. it even had 2 titles that were cancelled. Avatar game, Avatar The Last Airbender, and a game called Nick Extreme Sports. So there's some kind of Nickelodeon tie-in, maybe, because it says Nick and I read Ben 10. It's probably the highest quality title is probably Ben 10. So you have a video game console whose highest quality title is Ben 10. The X-Men game is a shitty pre-rendered graphics fighting game, but Ben 10 looks like it's got legit platforming to the action with different selectable characters, and you can get this. I saw a little bit of gameplay. I once seen the guy goes on the background, the sprite becomes small. It's just pretty cool. I have an Aquarius. Cool, Hoffman. What do you play on your Aquarius? What do you play on your Aquarius? Hey, Jiggy. It had some pretty hot pixels for being in the mid 2000s. The Hyperscan? Yeah. Goody putting off talking about Barbie dolls for as long as he can. Not much longer. Not much longer. Alright. And now, the success of this Hyperscan is definitely a stark contrast with the Barbie dolls that sold more than 1 billion units. More than 1 billion Barbie dolls sold, guys. Barbie dolls. This is a Barbie stream. I'm a Barbie streamer now. Although the sales of the Barbie dolls declined drastically since 2014, specifically for no reason, the merchandise still goes very strong, and its media productions such as animations, movies, and video games are still a thing. Starting 1987, which is when they started going big with the media. Now, the doll was first released in 1959, I think, if I didn't mistype that. And it's credited to Ruth Handler. Ruth Handler here, the mother of Barbie, who used a German doll to take inspiration from it. The story, she says, the story is like, she came up with the idea of actually having adult themed, like an adult Barbie doll, an adult doll to play for kids. Because all the dolls for kids back then were like representative of child dolls, so to speak. So she said she come up with that idea, but her husband wasn't enthusiastic about it, and neither were the metal heads. So during a trip to Europe, she says she encountered Lily. This is Lily. This is Lily. This is a German doll. This is a German post-war doll. Build Lily. So Ruth Handler used a German doll called Build Lily as an inspiration. Now, the production of these Lily dolls ceased after Mattel bought the copyright around 1964. But that wasn't as smooth as you might think. Hello, Ragnar. What's going on, everybody? This is not a horror stream. There's a lot of pink on screen, guys. This is a 60s doll, guys. This is pretty... It's not creepy or anything. Now, Lily, though, before being a doll, is first and foremost a comic strip. This is a comic strip for the German newspapers tabloid Bild, which is why you hear this referred to as Build Lily. Obviously, this is German. Most of us aren't able to read it without software, but it is said on the internet that Lily is she won't hesitate to use men to get what she wants, and yeah, this is her. It's every vignette with Lily is just her standing more or less clothed with a man and telling something to the men or something. These were other times. Now, Lily was defined as a gold digger, an exhibitionist, and floozy. I have to admit, I have no idea what floozy means, and I haven't dared to look it up. Yeah, I was just noticing the same. Jay, she's got an assless skirt or something in the second name. What the fuck does that even say? Floozy slut. Okay. Well, I believe that you can tell that kind of matches the description with the panels I got on screen here. Anyway, the Barbie dolls, right? The Barbie dolls. The Barbie dolls were first manufactured in Japan, and their clothes were handmade, like they were stitched by hands. Mattel was sued. We're still talking about Lily, guys. Mattel was sued in 1961 for stealing that Lily design that you saw, and hilariously, and in particular, because of infringing the patent for the German doll's hip joint. Well, the case was settled out of court 2 years later, and finally in 1964, Mattel bought Griner and Hassel's Lily license for $21,600. Barbie has her own story though, guys. Barbie's got her own lore. Barbie's not a copycat. Barbie's got her own persona. Barbie is her own streamer, is her own doll, right? She even has novels to her name, because Barbara Millicent Roberts has a relationship with Ken Carson. Ken Carson, everybody. Look at that. Comes with a hand towel. Kind of looks like James Bond right there on the box, but the doll's face is kind of... Barbie is in a relationship with Ken Carson, guys, but they split up in 2004. In 2006, though, in 2006, guys, Ken, right here, had a makeover, but it still was not enough to win her back. But finally, in 2011, Mattel pushed hard, trying to get the two back together. And they got together again on Valentine's Day. She said yes. Now, don't underestimate Barbie's lore. Barbie's accomplished much more than any of you guys combined in chat and me. And the presidents of the United States of America since the 50s to today can ever hope to achieve, because Barbie is an airplane pilot. Barbie is a NASCAR driver. Barbie is an astronaut. She is also a teacher of sign language. She is a Spanish teacher. She is a yoga teacher. Barbie is an aerobics teacher. Barbie teaches you how to dance. Barbie is a soccer coach. Barbie is also a dentist and a pediatrician and a veterinary. She is also a nurse. But not only all of these, she also entrepreneured into army careers, because Barbie is a motherfucking paratrooper, bitches. She is also a plane pilot, an aviator, there you go, and a marine officer, and apparently so is Ken. Barbie is World Peace Ambassador for UNICEF. And Barbie ran 6 times for president of the United States of America until in 2012 she actually became the president of the United States of America. But she is the people's servant. She saves people. She's a motherfucking firefighter. Look at that stuff. She's also a journalist. And she is also well versed into the world of the arts, as she's also a fucking singer. See, she is a chef and a waiter. Don't disdain the lower categories. She's also a waitress, and she's also a babysitter. As if that's not enough, she's also a motherfucking superhero and a villain at the same time for Marvel and DC, motherfuckers. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking shit. How about that? How about that? Don't forget the fucking classics, guys, because she's a princess, but she's also a McDonald's cashier and a Star Trek officer. And she's also pregnant, guys. She's also fucking pregnant. Look at that shit. Now, all in all, a very pregnant character. In 2014, though, even though she can do all this stuff, in 2014, Barbie downloaded a virus on both of her laptops and had to call for help. But, like, she had to ask 2 friends of hers to restore her laptops, because she downloaded a virus into both of her laptops. This was controversial, as the book, which is called I Can Be a Computer Engineer, which featured Sage's story that I just announced. This book was heavily criticized for sexism by lesser human beings that obviously did not realize that Barbie has gone to fucking space and won more gold trophies than their grandpas ever could hope to in their bocce fields and Scopa clubs combined. About Barbie's relationships with other dolls, though, we should start by mentioning the most awesome crossover in doll history that happened. It happened in 1993 when a group of heroes called Barbie Liberation Organization operated surgery on hundreds of Barbie dolls, swapping their voice boxes with other ones taken from G.I. Joe dolls. This made it so that a girl would open up their package with a Barbie doll and the Barbie doll would shout, "Vengeance is mine." Likewise, kids opening up their G.I. Joe doll would hear, "The bitch is the place for summer." That's a fucking genius. I was forged to say things that I didn't want to. Teach us math and science. Give us equal opportunity. Liberate us. Apparently the main motivation behind this glorious act of trollery was actually social-political, because it was against the gender stereotyping following the release of a Barbie that would say, "Math class is tough." I guess they had no fucking clue that Barbie already had her astronomy PhD by then and had a higher power level than Magneto. Anyway, the heroes, the Barbie Liberation Organization, shared the doll surgery process, which I have ready, and we'll look at it later because I have to pull it up, but to try and encourage others in their crusade, which we should just remember as a happy Barbie Joe crossover. But I got something here. Let's watch it together.
Liberation Organization targeted toy stores.
Hi, I'm Team Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. We're an international group of children's toys that are revolting against the companies that made us.
She's the absolute end for millions of little girls, the Barbie doll. From her ever-changing wardrobe to her constantly hip hairdos, Barbie has always been ahead of her time. But as George Chickarone reports, some people think Barbie needs to be liberated.
She's playing in the car.
No doubt
Reading
this
a
is
chat.
seen in many living rooms just after Christmas. But Teen Talk Barbie may be breathing in too many fumes because she's starting to sound a lot like G.I. Joe.
Gung ho! Look out for Destro and the Perimeter!
Some
And
kids
aside
had
from
this happen
police
to them.
watch,
Some girls.
There are a couple of poor Joes turning up out there who got short-ended on their share of testosterone.
Want to go shopping? Do you want to sleep over tonight?
I wonder two things. I wonder if by accident at the Mattel factory that
Oh, shit.
the wrong doll parts got into the Barbie.
Witnesses.
And number two, someone did it just out of getting...
That poor girl.
something
Look at the
that
girl.
thinks
Look at the
also
fucking girl's face.
So what's a little voice swapping between dolls,
Dude,
you might
George
ask?
Chickarone,
Apparently
dude.
This he said,
Motherfucking
she said
hairdo.
history may not be so innocent.
Hi, I'm Team Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. That stands for the Barbie Liberation Organization. We're an international group of children's toys that are revolting against the companies that made us.
This little-known faction of underground toy terrorists is waging a video war.
Underground toy
claiming
terrorists.
responsibility for the sex change operations. Their mission, to wipe out gender stereotypes.
So we can't have a totally new voice. We can switch with G.I. Joe and other toys for boys. Now we say things like this.
Dead men tell no tales.
Troops, attack!
I donated my voice to a G.I. Joe, 'cause they want to be free too. They don't want to say all that violent war stuff. Now he says what I used to say.
I love school, don't you? Let's sing with the band tonight.
The BLO says it performed corrective surgery on 300 dolls and then put them back on the shelves in at least 2 states. Zach Zellen received his G.I. Joe Christmas morning.
What's cool about G.I. Joe?
He fights.
Say it ain't so.
He wants to go to the bitch.
G.I. is a lover, not a fighter, and that's okay with Zach.
I also like him because this kind is not as violent.
My
Oh,
first reaction was to laugh. You know, I did see the humor of it. But but I very quickly began to, I drew back from it.
Joanne Oppenheim has been chronicling toy trends for almost 10 years.
It is sort of a terrorist act directed against children, and that did not seem appropriate. It seemed like a cheap shot.
I like it because it isn't so violent. It makes it more funny.
It sounds like the babes in Toyland are growing up a little too fast. But if you ask the experts, it was inevitable.
We always knew that if Barbie began to speak, she'd put her foot in her mouth, and she sure did.
Mattel, the company that makes Barbie, had no comment.
Well, I liked how like the kid that had its G.I. Joe swapped with a Barbie voice box was like genuinely amused, but then the girl that had her Barbie doll swapped with fucking G.I. Joe voice box was fucking traumatized as fuck. Hold on. So I mentioned how these terrorists actually shared directions on how to do this. I don't know if you can put a PDF file on OBS without OBS dying. So instead, I will open it on Chrome and capture Chrome, because this is pretty amazing. There you go. Home surgery instructions. Holy shit. This is in detail. Dude, they were like fucking serious with this. Dude, you will need a Teen Talk Barbie doll. So you need a specific model, which I think was the most popular back then. Talking G.I. Joe, a soldering iron, and what the electric solder, epoxy, 2 sharp screwdrivers, 1 coping or hacksaw, electrical wire, hot glue, and a switch. You'll need all of that, guys. So, like, I'm not gonna read through this, obviously, but it includes removing a capacitor, and this is pretty hardcore. Like, they had directions for this. They had fucking directions for this. I'm amazed. Yes, this is a Barbie Liberation Organization, BLO. Indeed. Holy shit. This was 1993 material. This was 1993 material. I was pretty amazed. I gotta say. Moving on. So they had this little hiccup, but the first serious rival the Barbie doll had in the market, though, was not G.I. Joe, but the Bratz line of dolls, released in 2001. This led to a big drop in sales for the Mattel line, which led them to sue MGA, the makers of Bratz, for $500 million, claiming that Carter Bryant, of course, the Bratz creator, was still working for Mattel when he came out with the Bratz idea. 2008, the jury agreed with such allegations and declared that Mattel would have to be paid $100,000. I mean, $100 million in damages. Sorry, math. I can't do math. MGA was then banned from selling Bratz products, and although the Bratz dolls were replaced in 2009 by this Moxie Girls, a new range, the court battles resumed in 2011. This time it was more in favor of MGA, as both sides made accusations to each other about stealing trade secrets and stuff like that. Mattel had to pay MGA $310 million. Doll Wars, exactly. BLO. Yeah, I was reading about the Simpson episodes. So the doll voice box swap was referenced by the Simpson episode. Cool. I seem to remember something like that vaguely. I'm sure I watched it years ago, but it does not ring a bell right now. Now, as Barbie is now around 60 and more years old, let's see how she evolved over the course of time, right? Because at the very beginning, Barbie came in blonde and brunette varieties with swimsuits designed by Mattel's fashion designer, Charlotte Johnson. Mattel had a fashion designer, guys. The doll's eyes looked sideways for years. As we will see, in 1971, she started looking forward. Now, for this and many more appalling appearance changes, we shall browse the excellent article by Insider, What Barbie Dolls Looked Like the Year You Were Born. We shall browse this article. And we're gonna look at Barbie dolls, guys. That's what we're gonna do. The stream is all about away Charlotte Johnson. Wrong page. And there you go. This is my stream now. This is my stream. This is my stream, and I decide the content. Right? Alright. Alright, let's put that nicely. Let's show that properly. Make that bigger. There you go. Alright. I got this. It's still my stream. I know how to handle it. Hold this here. Put it there. Precise. The crop. Alright, there you go. We have a full quality stream now. What's chat all about? What the memes? What are the memes in chat? The Toys That Made It on Netflix had a Barbie episode. There's a show called Toys. Holy shit, worth watching for sure, in my opinion. That is Jiggy's opinion, guys. Jiggy streams video games on the internet. He is a man from Sweden, and he's recommending us that we watch Toys on Netflix because it stars a Barbie episode. Thank you, Jiggy. Lord Jiggy with a top quality stream that everybody should be following. The Toys That Made Us. Oh, okay. So you weren't ironic. Yeah, I saw that on Netflix. I didn't give a shit. I guess I should. All right. So this is the original Barbie that I mentioned, blonde and brunette. I suppose we can cut off the ads, right? So cut off the ads. Let's do it like this. There you go. All right. This is an Insider article. 1959. So Barbie is now, if we pretend this is 60s, 46, 61 years old doll. This is a 1959 doll, the first one copied from Bild Lily, the German doll. That swimsuit was hand stitched. That swimsuit in the picture was hand stitched by Japanese home workers. I gotta fuck it. Fucking checked it. Fucking piece of fuck. Shit. Fuck. I clicked that without thinking. It could have been a dick and I would have gotten banned. Oh man. Thank you for not posting dicks in chat, guys. Alright. Thanks to Jack for that. So 1959. The Barbie made her debut with a striped swimsuit, blonde ponytail and red lipstick, but there was also a brunette version, right? Alright. A woman is suing the city of San Antonio after a police officer pulled out her tampon in public. Good thing, I guess, that we hit the sidebar from Insider.com, guys. 1960 Barbie. 1960 Barbie. Barbie media. Barbie got a job. Fashion designer Barbie sported a matching jacket and skirts with a blues and sketchbook in 1960. 1961. You got the couple, you got Barbie and Ken. Barbie and Ken hit the beach or pool together. Ken was introduced as Barbie's fictional counterpart in 1961. In 1962, Barbie. Red Flare Barbie from 62 features a voluminous red coat and matching hat. Said to be inspired by 60s style icon Jackie Kennedy. 1961 Barbie, 1963 Barbie. What? Creepy. Holy shit. Midge was introduced in 1963 as Barbie's best friend. She had freckles, a button nose, and dark curled hair. What is a button nose? Oh, like a little piggy nose, like this. Is that button nose? Kenny's a sucker. I'll say right now that this stream will not feature the crazy people that had over 50 surgery operations that they underwent to look like Ken or Barbie. Even though that guy went fucking Italian TV, I will not feature that. Swirl ponytail, 1964. Barbie's swirl ponytail hairstyle replaced what until then had been her trademark bangs. He just a huge fucking forehead. 1965. Barbie's bangs returned in 1965 along with a striped jumpsuit. She still is looking sideways, guys. She still is looking sideways. You have to be hard-pressed to find the chords to stare into Barbie's eyes in the 60s. 1966. Color Magic Barbie featured yellow hair and an equally vibrant outfit. Harlequin dress. She is still fucking looking sideways in 67 as a twist and turn Barbie came out featuring bendable knees and a twistable waist. Well, past the patent that they stole for the hip joint patent that they stole from Bill Lilly. 1968 Barbie. Still looking sideways as a talking Barbie. Let's say things like, let's go shopping. Motherfucker. Okay, I added that, which too much G.I. Joe. 1969. It's the best Barbie. 1969. Man, that's a big leg spread. Holy shit. Christie was the first African American doll and marketed as it's not a Barbie, it's a Christie, and marketed as Barbie's friend. She debuted in do you pronounce that debuted or is it more French? In 1968. But it's pictured here in 1969. So does that mean as a later model or is still the 60? Oh, because it's like an article and stuff. This is also a 68 model just to keep continuity. Okay. 1960. Holy shit. Cher. We got the Amiga Legends Barbie here. The short Barbie doll was peak 70s, wearing a miniature version of the outfit the singer herself wore in the music video for Half Breed. Ooh, so it's kind of a like well, this is like a cool North American native headwear, isn't it? Or is it like those singer, performer, girl, pin girls, whatever you call it? Debuted. Is it? Thank Trap. Debuted. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I got the face accurate. Oh shit! Oh, I've heard of Cher. Yeah, I've heard of Cher. I think I mentioned Cher while looking for other dumb shit about some other video game. I don't remember what that was about though. 1971. That's more classic Barbie. Look at that. I'm surprised. Is she looking straight? Is she not looking sideways anymore? The 1961 Barbie doll model, standing on her toes. Malibu Barbie epitomized the laid-back West Coast vibe in 1971. Mattel. I know it's Mattel. I keep saying Mattel for some reason. Yeah, thank you though, Jiggy. While we're at it, yeah, don't hesitate to what the fuck is this to fix my pronunciation. Barbie Beauty Center in 1972. That looks okay. The Barbie Beauty Center allowed aspiring hairdressers to practice on Barbie's blonde locks. Okay, I can see that being a big hit with girls. 1973. Is this is Naomi Campbell, isn't it? Just a dress. Malibu Christie. Oh, it's Christie's. Every doll I see, I think it's gotta be a Barbie. No, this is a Christie. Then there was a Magby. I don't freaking remember. In Italy, is it Barbie and Rocco instead of Barbie and Ken? Well, Rocco does favor a lot of the so-called teen model of porn actresses. No, that would be creepy. More about Moana and, I don't know, 20 years old. Barbie Zombie Lab. Malibu Christie joined Barbie in California in 1973. Good streamer mentions Naomi Campbell influence on 1973 doll. 1974, all right. Okay. Barbie's townhouse in 1974 featured 3 stories and some retro decor. Retro? In Italy, you pronounce that as retro for some reason. All right, so this was retro in 1974. Pretty sick. 1975, holy shit, that's a medal. Olympic skier Barbie. 1975, ahead of the 76 Winter Olympic in Austria. Okay, this is the Olympics doll. Barbie stole the show as a ballerina in 1976. She's got a little crown and shit. 1977, this is more like nowadays classic Barbie look, I think. Yeah, this is like let me put out my webcam. Well, not quite, but see the pink and the hair color and makeup and well, the fucking face is the same, right? We're talking about a 1993 video game. This is the 1977 doll. Superstar Barbie wore a glitzy pink gown with a sparkly boa. I suppose that's one that stuck. Barbie Superstar. I remember that even in my head as a child of TV commercials. I remember Barbie Superstar being a thing. And in 78, holy shit, look at that Pierce Brosnan in a cowboy suit. It's Superstar Barbie that teamed up with a fabulously 70s Ken in 1978. Amazing. Was Pierce Brosnan a thing in 78? I don't know. Probably some other American actor influence. 1979, Barbie and Ken matched in monogram swimsuit in 1979. ABBA. Who's ABBA? Music? 1980. Is that a show color? Teresa. It's not Barbie. Teresa, the first Hispanic doll in the line, added more representation to Barbie doll collections. Ooh. Is that, what is she wearing on her neck? 1981. Ooh, shit. Oh, there's gonna be some of this in the video game. Spoilers. It's kind of like a roller skating minigame, kind of like California Games. A Swedish 70s pop. Huh. Barbie took up roller skating in 81, complete with 80s leg warmers, indeed. 1982, holy shit. Barbie served burgers and fries at McDonald's in 1982. A long way to go until her ascension to President of the United States of America in 2011. 1983, what is this? Barbie's house. Barbie's townhouse in 1983 had a whole new look and included a dining room, eating chicken, living room, and bedroom. 1984, and yet another Ken hair color, I suppose. Barbie wore a sparkly dress resembling flower petals in 1984 with a dark-haired Ken by her side. 1985. Day to night Barbie was ready for a day at work and a night on the town. Huh. What? Could you switch your clothes? I guess they would have mentioned that. 1986 Barbie goes to the moon. Moon not included. 1987 Dr. Barbie was on a call in 1987 with a white jacket and miniature stethoscope. Is that a boner? Okay. 1988 Fashion Barbie 1988 rocked 80s styles from head to toe. Yeah, it's pretty 88. 89, that is my birth year. What Barbie doll are you? Evening Enchantment Barbie wore a shiny dress to match the night sky. Barbie's from after I was born. Eating kitchen. Did I say eating chicken? It's pretty high quality. 85 Barbie was ready to work in the morning and party at the night Barbie. There's one. Day to night Barbie. I'm 89 too. 89 October, I said. Newborg, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a video games channel. Jackie Prem. Is my Barbie cool? What year were you born, guys? This is my Barbie, cool. This is my Barbie. Evening in charming Barbie. Wore a shiny dress to match the night sky. I can't say I'm happy with my Barbie, but the fucking Hokuto no Ken constellation is in the background. I'll take it. My Barbie is better than yours. Go to sweep. 77 Barbie for Hoffman. Holy shit. 83. Let's see. Hoffman's Barbie is oh, okay. That's the first like mainstream Barbie, right? As I see it, the Barbie superstar. You got like the most influential and iconic Barbie Hoffman. Skip Natty's Barbie is a house. I'm sorry. You got the whole house actually. You fucking lucked out there. You guys get the house. Yeah. Skip Natty Newborg. You get to share it. Just don't get lewd. Then Z-Man is 12. We haven't gotten to 12 yet. Alright. 89. This is my Barbie. This is my stream. 1990. Barbie's Dream House. It was pink. Very, very pink. Oh, what the fuck? Look at this. It's got the jacket. Holy shit. Who's born in 1991? You like that? Barbie the Air Force pilot. Yeah. Landed on toy store shelves in 1991. This is a good article. No, Newborg, you were born the year you were born into. Was fine Jane Afterburner. Fucking Dan Zeman, the true aviator. Have you seen Dan Zeman's Nintendo stream playing Jet de Go? Actually cosplaying as an Air Force officer. Barbie Concorde edition. Holy shit. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Okay. 1992. That looks pretty. Totally hair Barbie came with hair down to her ankles in 1992. No extensions, just a real hardware hair. 1993. Is this way? Let's see if I can remember her name. With an S. Oh, this is a new one. Oh, it's Native American Barbie. Look at that background. It's dank as fuck. Really cool. Native American Barbie debuted in 1993. Did I say debuted right, guys? I got a canoe in the background. I love it. So many of those I've seen in a text comic. It's pretty cool. I like this one. She got like air jewels or some stuff over here. This blue stuff. It's not gonna be an Italian Barbie though. I feel misrepresented. I can't speak. You're Native American Barbie, dude. That's almost as good as Air Force pilot Barbie. 1994. What the fuck is that background? That looks amazing. I don't suppose that came with the doll though. Canyon Barbie, 1994. Barbie's Dolls of the World collection included Canyon Barbie, 1994. Pretty cool ankle thingy. 1994 represents. Ah, yeah, we did get the Barbie doll before. The Italian Barbie. Fuckers. You even take that picture from. Why is it so pristine? Why is it so clean? Alright, close that shit. Kill it. Solid setting, what's up? It is pregnant. 95 Barbie. This year I started practicing karate. 1995. The age of 5. The Happy Holidays Barbie was dressed up in a green and silver gown decorated with holly. Holly would be the leaf, the Christmas leaf thingy. No idea what holly is. 1996. Holiday Princess Cinderella Barbie was based on the character from Disney's 1950 cartoon movie. Huh. Hey, Viking Gamer. Yeah, the mountain was pretty cool. Holy shit. Is that Canon Barbie is Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Giulietta became thespians in 1997 as a part of a Forget It Forever collection, which is not the Rick Astley song apparently. 1998, the Barbie houses are freaking going on with the flow here. Barbie's Deluxe Dream House in 1998 featured flowery wallpaper with pink and green accents. Oh, 1999, the year of blue jeans. Look at that. The jeans with the glitter thing and that pearl fucking thing. It's kind of a stark contrast. Generation Girl Barbie wore a blue dress and denim jacket paired with red heels in 1999. Jeans and denim are the same thing, right? In English? Yes, so they died. 2000, new generation Barbie. Jewel Girl Barbie in 2000 sported a crop top and a pink shirt with a grey jacket. 2001, twins Barbie. Barbie 2001. Following the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney, Australia, Barbie released Olympic swimmers with gold medals in 2001. How do they have both a gold medal? Oh, only one has a gold medal. Okay. New Barbie. Jeans is just pants. Oh, I see. In Italy, we generally refer to anything made with that fabric as jeans. But if you just say jeans, you are still implying it's the pants. Yeah. Thank you. I had no idea. Okay. 2002. Barbie worked as an art teacher in 2002, while also candidating for president of the United States of America. 2003. Dolls of the World added a Japanese princess Barbie in 2003 for the weeps. And all of those born in 2003, of course. Fun fact that I feel like reiterating right now, the first Barbie doll was handmade and her clothes hand-stitched in Japan in 1959. 2004, presidential candidate Barbie debuted in an election year, 2004. Sick. Vote Barbie. We Barbie. 2005, that's a big smile. Destiny's Child Barbies were all the rage in 2005. Is that like a movie or something? 2006. Barbie donned ballet shoes in a pink tutu as a ballerina in 2006. 2007, it's snark to look. Ah, she's looking sideways again. Oops, she fucking did it again. Top model Barbie posed with her hands on her hips in 2007. Top model with that bang. No, you ain't. 2008. She hosted her own cooking show in 2008. Huh, that's still actual. It comes with a camera. I like that one. Destiny's Child. Long after Destiny's Child broke up. Holy shit. 2009. Tawny Oak Barbie wearing, I don't know, fishmonger boots. She sported a helmet and riding boots as an equestrian in 2009. This goes well along with the unreleased Genesis game, Barbie Vacation Adventure, which I think did come out for the Super Nintendo though. 2010! Barbie finally polluted her two laptops with a virus and caused big controversies. She's got a fucking scouters like her power level is bigger than Magneto's. Barbie learned to code and became a computer engineer in 2010. A binary code, even. Look at that shit. 2011, she gave up coding, and after occupying many different dream houses, Barbie the architect designed them herself in 2011. Gee, whoa. Thought she was a giant there for a second. Barbie the architect, but she's also wearing fancy clothes. Look at that. Look at that clothes dress. It's got like skyscrapers on it and shit. Pretty good. 2012. Barbie released commemorative Prince William and Kate Middleton dolls in 2012. Well, that's not a Barbie doll insider. I feel ripped off. Raquel played Barbie's nemesis in Barbie as a nemesis? The animated web series Life in the Dream House in 2013. Fuck, I gotta watch that. Barbie's nemesis, Raquel, guys. She's a witch. She's got stars on her dress. She must be a witch. 2014. Barbie entrepreneur had big plans in 2014 and a miniature smartphone. Look at that smartphone. Big entrepreneur plans. 2015, fuck those plans. I'm made to move. Barbie made to move, had flexible joints. You don't wanna give that to a boy. It's gonna be mean with it. 2016! Barbie introduced curvy body types in 2016. Curvy Barbie debut. Alright. Should all red self go? I don't know, that's kind of fucking better looking as a standard, in my opinion. Kirby Barbie. 2007, that's not a... Oh, she's holding a doll. The first Barbie with a hijab. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Barbie's first doll with a hijab was modeled after US Olympic fencer Ibtihaj Muhammad. Okay. Oh, she's got a fence. She's also fencing Barbie. She's not just wearing what we call a burqa in Italy, a veil. She's also in a fucking fencing suit. That's pretty fucking amazing. 2018, holy shit, scary. Go back to fencing one. Hey, Mojito. Barbie is Barbie Barbarian. Hey, Triad. Barbies of Mindy Kaling, Oprah Winfrey, and Reese Witherspoon were based on the characters that play in A Wrinkle in Time. Okay, I'm only familiar with the Oprah name, of course. She's not a thing in Italy. I have no idea what these three are or what that show is. But there you have it. A Wrinkle in Time Barbie dolls with Oprah. The fuck was that on the right? I have no idea what you mean. 2019. A doll in Barbie's 2019 Fashionista collection. Barbie's Fashionista collection included a black woman in a wheelchair among 6 different body types, 9 skin tones, 6 eye colors, 11 hair colors, and 10 hairstyles. Wait, all of that for a single doll? Okay. What is that a ramp? Did it come with a ramp? For the wheelchair? That's pretty fucking sick. This is the best Barbie doll, dude. You can actually play with it. Fucking bolt it upstairs and the fucking do secret jumps with it. Holy shit. It better... Well, I would roll for sure. It's got 4 wheels. Not pictured, but it got 4 wheels. 2020. Okay, that's the same. That's the full line. 6 different body types. Okay, this is 7, so they were referring... well, I suppose this means there are 6 different body types here, and all of that was mentioned here. Okay, this is Barbie's 2020 Fashionista line. It includes a doll with vitiligo, which I can only imagine it being that skin disease. Another with a prosthetic limb. There she is. Is it fucking gold? Man, okay, this the wheelchair one's still my favorite because you can play with it. And one without hair, here it is. Then you have Asian kid doll. You have a man. You have a prosthetic limb, bold wheelchair. Dream off in fancy hairdo, ganguro, tan makeup Barbie, and vitiligo, right? Wheelchairs generally have 4 wheels. That would make sense, otherwise it falls forward, right? Okay. Yeah. I think the ones you see generally, at least here, maybe the second set of wheels are back, not in front. Because I never noticed that. I'm stupid. Alright. Well, we've seen Barbie's evolution. What was your favorite Barbie? Mine was the wheelchair one. But before that, I liked the Native American one and the aviator ones. Of the ones pictured here. Alright. More Barbie lore. We're not done, guys. We're not even close to being done. More Barbie lore coming your way. Now, Where was it? Was I here, guys? Was I here? Can't remember, guys. Where did we left off? Was it Chef Barbie? Oh wait, it was this. I was here, right? And I think it was I left off here, right? Was it here? This is a second aviator Barbie. Look at that shit. Okay. Now, back to talking about Barbie. As a male user, I am a male doll user. I can only try to grasp what it meant as a girl to own a Barbie. Now, its cultural influence, though, appears to be undeniable. In 1986, Andy Warhol made a Barbie painting. Oh, dude, that's a Final Fight boss in a wheelchair, but it only has 2 wheels. Jiggy. Holy shit. The only motherfucker to rock 2 wheels. That's pretty sick. The Goldie one, that's your favorite, Malone? Makes sense. Underground Toy Terrorist Barbie was my favorite. We fell with the underground choice. I respect it. As a kid, I was given a Barbie by a woman. It got shoved in the cold, dark closet. Probably stayed there for years. Sad tale. Here you go. Malibu Stacy. The first one with 1,000 yard stare. Damn. So that's the painting, but an Andy Warhol Barbie was also made. So that's something. But that's not all. In 2013, about Barbie's cultural influence, a Barbie cafe opened in Taiwan.
A special kind of restaurant opened in Taiwan's capital city, Taipei. It's called the Barbie Cafe and is dedicated to Mattel's famous doll. Illustrations of Barbie and many of her outfits decorate the walls and tables. There are also Barbie figurines everywhere, and the pastry chef put together Barbie cakes with every bead in place. The owner says outfitting the huge restaurant cost more than $1.6 million. Cost of an average lunch, about $10. He's gonna have to sell a lot of lunches to cover the cost of that restaurant.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Did you see the chef? The chef had a fucking chef jacket that said Barbie Cafe on it. Imagine having a kitchen uniform that says Barbie Cafe. It completely kills the whole kitchen feeling, military feeling. Oh shit. Well, for Barbie's 50th anniversary, a New York runway show was held, including the likes of Calvin Klein, Vera Wang, and Bob Mackie. Could go to work as a chef in a Barbie cafe. I'd fucking love to. Maybe it's Marine Corps Barbie cafe. Special Forces. I trust you have now had enough, guys. I don't know. Have you guys had enough? I shall come back for more Barbie lore for its next video game happening in the Megamarathon, which would be the unreleased Barbie Vacation Adventure. Unreleased Mega Drive game. You want more? You want more lore? Can I entertain you in some soccer coach Barbie for all ages? You can be anything. The Barbie You Can Be Anything line. You can even be a NASCAR pilot. You can even be together back with Ken in Valentine's Day 2011. All right, that's all for the Barbie shock, but let's talk about the developer shock for this. What about the developers that made this video game? Let's get back to the video game at hand, Barbie Supermodel. All right, so the credits for this video game. Now, this video game was a joint between Tahoe Software Productions and Bonsai Entertainment. Barbie Supermodel's developers worked on quite the interesting selection of especially point-and-click video games, and particularly Sierra ones, and mostly referring to the artists. Can you be a software developer? Yes, but you're gonna download viruses to both of your laptops. For instance, Jerry Jesserin worked as animator and artist for games such as Space Quest 1, Castle of Dr. Brain, Jones in the Fast Lane, and The Dagger of Amon-Ra. That's the level of video game quality graphics that we're going to witness in Barbie Supermodel. He also did some voice acting for Quest for Glory 3. Matthew C. Harmon. I had a picture, it died, doesn't matter. Matthew C. Harmon was the lead programmer and designer on the Super Nintendo The Mask and Bassmasters Classic, not its Genesis counterpart though, among other things. You're still playing with dolls at my age? Damn, owned.
Ma alla tua età ancora giochi con le bambole?
That's a pickup on the emoji, luckily. Thank you for the 200 bits, Zenki. Yes, I still play with dolls at my age. Why would I ever not play with dolls at my age? Yeah, I was bearded, man. I saw that. Good try. Good try. Perhaps the second most interesting developer here to me is Cindy Walker. Cindy Walker at the center, sporting that amazing haircut. Artist and animator, Cindy had an acting role in the Sierra title Police Quest 3: The Kindred as Evidence Hoffer Miss Gibbs. Police Quest 3, developer / actor. Fucking hairdo is the same. This is amazing. Many other Sierra games as well feature their work, such as Police Quest 3, of course. Also, Roberta Williams' King's Quest 1, Quest for the Crown. Police Quest in Pursuit of the Death Angel, King's Quest 5 and 6, just to name some. So this is the portfolio level of the artists that worked on Barbie Supermodel, guys, for the Sega Mega Drive, which we're about to play soon. Also, Hero's Quest, so you want Hero's Quest, got typos, sorry. Hero's Quest, so you want to be a hero, and Codename Iceman. We'll name a couple of the early ones because these two came out in '89, so she had already done work on Sierra titles before working on Barbie Supermodel. Jiggy with the doll purchases. See, even Jiggy plays with dolls, guys. It's not just me. Other good streamers like Jiggy play with dolls. And we got Maurice Morgan. This motherfucker here is my favorite. This motherfucker here is my favorite. This is my favorite for a good reason. This is another Barbie Supermodel artist with a bunch of Sierra Online credits. King's Quest 5, Leisure Suit Larry 1 and 5, and Police Quest, among others. But more interestingly, Maurice's work on Toonstruck under background painting. And to my awe, on one of my favorite video games of all times, Blood and Magic. Blood and Magic, illustrating the following 3 stages. The cutscenes, story panels, Tyrant Unbound, Matchmaker Mayhem, and Nuts and Bolts. I should have the Blood and Magic cover already. Yeah, this is Blood and Magic. You can find my VODs. I've streamed this game to full completion, 100%, all the paths and stuff. This is a RTS with Forgotten Realms license. Amazing pixel art, great voice samples, great atmosphere, fancy cutscenes. This is the perfect video game. I stream it, it's great. I love it. I did it as a kid too. A bit slow, maybe, if you want to play it up the cycles on DOSBox. This is one of his scenes for that. So like all stages, all levels in this, they come with this little story thing with a bunch of artworks like this, right? This is just one of them, but it's got this kind of comical, caricaturistic style to that. So if you go look at his portfolio, at Maurice Morgan's portfolio online, you'll see a bunch of pictures like that. I think one famously is a Snoop Dogg portrait. So this guy is godlike. This guy's my favorite of the artists. ANK. Atomic Runner, thank you, appreciate it. All right, moving on, guys. I forgot to mention Cindy Walker here. Cindy Walker, she also amazingly worked on backgrounds for Final Fight Revenge 3D video game on the Sega Saturn, and I don't remember what else. We're almost done here, as I have a brief final mention for the audio department, or what little there is to say about it. The video game utilizes the GEMS sound engine. The composer credit goes to Danny Toft. He has apparently only ever worked on one video game, and that video game is Barbie Supermodel. He has scored the Super Nintendo version and appears on the Genesis credits, so it's reasonable to assume he did the music for all 3 versions, including the DOS version, which seems to be extremely fucking high quality, the highest quality version is the DOS version. I'm gonna have to look at it after the stream if I can remember. Pardon me. Arcade game, yes it is, indeed. Thanks for fixing that. Ported to Saturn, yes. I don't make that face about GEMS SM, although it wasn't really used to great effect on this game. The GEMS sound engine is a great one, if you know how to use it, and even if you don't know, that's its magic. It's easy to use it. The GEMS sound engine, especially if you listen to what Tommy Tallarico had to say about it in an interview for the great YouTube channel that is GSD Daisuke. The GEMS sound engine was a revolution. You could easily do stuff with GEMS. Before it was a fucking nightmare, and at least for Westerners, that is. GEMS is great, dude. Like Earthworm Jim, Comic Zone, to name a couple. I don't know, fucking Chekan, Dungeons and Dragons, Warriors of the Eternal Sun. That kind of stuff was made in GEMS, and it allowed for easy utilization of samples and whatnot. That was amazing. Like I don't know. All the Tommy Tallarico soundtracks, for example, were made like that as well. There you go. Here for my girl games, and soon we're almost done with the lore, guys. Soon, just look at the contrast between this video game's cover art and this composer's face. Exactly, Morrigan. Exactly. Now I tried to message Danny Toft here on Instagram. He did not reply, so I was curious to ask if he might have scored other games, because I couldn't find such info anywhere. The thing with GEMS SM, I want to talk about GEMS the most I can, because I want to rectify the bad reputation that GEMS has. There's no reason for GEMS to have a bad reputation. GEMS has a bad reputation because it was amazing. So what it did was like easy access of tools and ways to do stuff for composers. Also meant shitty soundtracks, because you could easily whip out a soundtrack with no effort. So a bunch of samey soundtracks made by people who did not bother to make their own sound patches, which you could easily do with GEMS and not using pitching tools and anything like that. Cool samples, PCM, none of that shit. Just bunch of people using the same predefined set of sounds in the GEMS sound engine is why it's got a bad reputation. But a sound chip that isn't a full sampler, sound chip is like an instrument. So if you're good, it's gonna sound good. If you're bad, it's gonna sound bad. Don't blame the sound chip. Don't blame the sound engine. Try not to start with the idea that you have to blame the composer either. Some games or soundtracks were made in maybe 2 weeks or something. That maybe the guy didn't have much time to do that. That's often not the case, is it? Alright, let's look at the manual, guys. I don't own this game. I always wanted to get a copy. I never did yet. But we're gonna pull out the manual that was scanned and uploaded to Sega Retro. Alright, it's on. Okay, I'm very excited to play this video game on the internet. Yeah, Gems was created by Mark Miller. He was a prolific composer. He created the sound driver, the sound engine, and scored a bunch of soundtracks with it. Balls. Most importantly about Mark Miller, I like to remember how he's also had a phase as a game designer when they made Chakan, the Forever Man, one of my favorite games, one of the coolest fucking games ever made. That game is amazing. Holy shit. Anyway, Barbie manual. Yeah, that's the wheelchair boss in Final Fight. And this is the manual. Hey, good enough. Wait, I have this other crop, it's better. Nah, stick to this. Okay. Chakan, the Forever Man, indeed. It's kind of like Unity having a bad reputation because of years of crappy amateur games using the free version of Unity that has a Unity logo splash screen. Very good comparison, I suppose. Very good comparison. Gems has a bad reputation because people just use the default sound font for everything. Indeed. I agree. Also, man, you could put very little effort in it and get something that worked. Yes, it's without having to be a savant, like a savant, whatever the fuck you pronounce it. Yeah. Go to say balls. All right, here's Barbie Supermodel's instruction manual. This manual is like 6 pages, guys. It's the shortest Genesis manual, but it's got artwork. Look at that. Look at that. All right. I am so excited. I've just been asked to participate in the national supermodel competition. Can you believe it? It is the most glamorous high fashion event of the year, and the winner gets to become one of the top models around the world. Let's see, the first tryout takes place right here in Hollywood. Now we're off to sunny Hawaii, on to Vail for some fun in the snow, and finally arrival in New York for the main event. It's going to be a lot of work. After all, a supermodel has to look her super best all the time. You never know when a photographer is going to take the fucking shit I scroll down, bitch, fuck, ass, dick, cock. Super best all the time. You never know when a photographer is going to take your picture. But with you here to help me get ready for each event, it'll be lots of fun. So come on, we got places to go. Good engagement in the manual, dude. I've never been so engaged in a fucking manual before. Look at that dress, dude. Barbie supermodel, blah blah blah. Controls. Driving, skating, walking, or cycling. Trying on outfits in the dressing room. Applying makeup, installing hair. Destination. Pick up some bonus levels. Language. Scoring. Supermodel status. Scoreless 5,000 points during the game, and you'll go down in history as having to help Barbie achieve supermodel status. Congratulations. That was Barbie Supermodel's Lore Shock, motherfuckers. You better have enjoyed.